Hello everyone, very welcome to this live session. And first thing first, a very happy Women Day and महाशिवरात्रि की बहुत बहुत बधाई हो। आज मैं एक बहुत स्पेशल रीजन के साथ आपके सामने लाइव आई हूँ क्योंकि आज एक स्पेशल ओकेजन है, विमेंस डे भी है और महाशिवरात्रि भी है। तो मैंने सोचा कि कुछ शक्ति से रिलेटेड, कुछ विमेन से रिलेटेड बात की जाए। एंड फॉर दैट मैटर, आई एम नॉट अलोन टुडे. I have somebody very special who works with the women from different walks of life. I have Dr. Tania Das, who is, let me introduce her formally, okay? So I have Dr. Tania Das, who is Mindshape Wealth Coach. She is a former assistant research scientist and assistant professor as plant biochemist for 10 years. She has also worked with state government, agricultural university, UGC accredited, NAS rated university, and she is now assisting and working with working mothers to develop life skills to enjoy holistic growth in their areas, in all of the areas, and live peacefully. So, with that, I would like to welcome Dr. Tania Das. Hi, Tania. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Akansha?
I'm great. I'm great. So, how is the things going on at your end?
Absolutely great, and it's a pleasure for me to be here. Thanks for inviting me, and happy Mahashivratri to all, and happy Women's Day, all the girls and women out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tania. I request all of you, whosoever is watching right now, us, please ask your question in Facebook Live. I will be checking and I will be passing on this question to Tania. So, Tania, for my for the time being, my question is, you were working as a scientist, right? So, what made you sudden, and what was urge to change your career, as you were working very well with central government, with the state government, and suddenly you change your profile, you change your career stream, and now you are helping working women, working mothers to live a life in a betterment. So, why this change, sudden change?
Okay, as the story is always from A to Z, I'll start with A, but it will be a quick one. Actually, what I wanted to be, I always wanted to be a sportswoman. I loved sports from the very beginning. I was an all-rounder in cricket. In any of the sports, I used to just pick it very early and learn it very quickly. During 90s, there was no support for girls to go in sports line, especially in cricket. I mean, I did not meet Mithali Raj at that time, so no. so I went to the easiest way, that is the academic way, because my father was a teacher, and my second love was teaching, because I used to teach the imaginary students when I was a child, and it grew, and I was so focused on academic line. But what happened there, meanwhile, is that I always saw my mother ill, and for that, I always wanted to grow, and I just wanted to help her and be there for her no matter what. But when I was doing my master's, I lost her eventually. So, and then all the questions started, that what am I supposed, because when your motivation is gone, where would you go then? Because my first motivation was sport. Then it was not happening. Then I made my academic line my motivation to be there for my family. Then again, I lost it. And I was like, okay, what would I go? I was like clueless, and I was like, you can say, is this my path or is this not? But I was going blindly anyway. But sometimes, what happens, that you feel it in your bone that it's not in alignment with me. What should I do about it? I mean, I'm fine with my intelligence. I am fine the way I'm going. I know that I'm not stupid. I can learn, I can do things, but why am I feeling not be into it completely? Why my heart is not aligned with it completely? So, but as a habit, I was going and I was completing my master's, my doctorate, and I cracked 3 government jobs in my life, from banking to an agriculture scientist. I did, but it's another different story that I could not ended up with that, because then again I got myself married. When I say I got myself married, it eventually means I got myself married. and then again comes all the women problems at family life. So I was thinking, is if I want to do it a graphical image of my life, I could see the complete graph that as it should be. It's like a heartbeat. It goes down, it goes up. It's like a sound wavelength. It goes down, it goes up. Then I thought that what is happening? Is it all about externally what we see, or there's something internally is also that we should look upon? What is it actually? And then all these questions that I started to ask myself, all those questions I started to ask my God, my universe, that tell me what is it actually. uh, I'm going through pain, fine, but why this pain is there in my life? What is the purpose of this pain? And when I made, friends with this pain, I understood the purpose of this pain. This pain came in my life to teach me a lesson that I was rejecting, and lesson that I didn't want to learn. And I was rejected. The moment I embraced the pain, pleasure in my life started to happen. And I understood that I needed to shape my life. And and you can shape your life here first, because it is the intangible one. It cannot be touched, but it always comes here first. Just like when the apple fall from the tree, it came here in Newton's mind first. Then it became the law of gravity. So all these things that we cannot touch, it comes here first. But if we take action, you can materialize it, and then it becomes tangible for you. So I call myself Mindshape Wealth Coach, because first you need to shape your mind that what is coming here as a message. Then shape it. Once you shape it, your life will be the materialistic one. Okay, you shaped your mind, that's where you could shape your world, shape your life in form of, as I said, that holistic growth in health, in relationship, the people that you are surrounded with, the people that you want in your life, that you are connected to, in your career. That where do you want to go? You want to go a sports line, you want to go academic line, you do want to go a cooking line, where do you want to go? And then your finances. All together, I call it wealth. Why do I call it wealth? If you want to search it in Google, the definition of wealth, it says that something that you possess, plentiful. And we also confuse it with only money, but it's not only money, it's wealth, something that you have in abundance, something that you have plentiful. So if you want to live peacefully, you have to take care of all these areas of your life. You need to take care of your health, and if you're healthy, you can take action. You can be, you are able to connect with the outer world, your relationships, the meaningful relationships that you want to build. So you are shaping. And how you are shaping first? You're shaping first here. Okay, I want to take action. The motivation I need for health is that I want to exercise, I want to have a good diet. This is the action that you take. You are shaping. And once you shape towards that area, your health is being shaped. Then again, relationships. I want to connect with these people. I want to be connected from heart to heart. How do you do that? You shape it here. Then it comes down to here. And then you connect with the other heart. That's how you shape it. Then again, career. I want to go in this line, and I want to contribute and serve in this line because I feel fulfilled there in that area. Your career is shaping. But first, you are shaping here. Then last comes your finances, because you need that vehicle no matter what to go from one place to another. So that's the vehicle. That's the money. That's the finances that we talk about. And all together, it makes your wealth. And this is in the second position, as I quoted, because first you need to mind shape, and then you create your wealth, the abundance, the plentiful things that you want to possess in your life in this materialistic world to feel lively. Because if we call it a life, that I have a life, that means I'm alive. I am not a non-living thing. I need to breathe. I'm breathing. That's why I'm alive. So you need to live lively. And for that, you need a vehicle, that's finance, because we are focusing only in one area, that's finance. Sometimes some people do that only in one area. I did that too. And I could see that where I was not focusing, that's my health, it was going down. and that's my relationships, because I was not behaving well with the loved ones, and they were just taking all my tantrums. So that's, again, it was, I was not building. So I needed to shape first before I go on to the outer world to shape the world. So that's why I came up with these two things, a hybrid, a fusion, in my journey of life, that while I want to serve and contribute, as helping myself shape first, so that I can help others to shape themselves, their mind, and to create wealth in all the areas of life, to have to experience the holistic growth and live peacefully, not with anxiety or insecurity.
Wow, amazing, amazing. You know, Dr. Tanya, you have shown us your whole journey of life in just 2 to 3 minutes. So thanks for that. And you were able to picture that how you were fighting from with your mind, to change yourself, and what were the challenges you were facing at that time. And when you said that at the beginning, we start rejecting things, the
Yeah.
challenges, the changes which we need to do, we do not accept that, right? So, and believe me, it is a common problem with all of us. It's not only women specific, but
Yes.
everybody facing the same challenge, right?
Yes.
So, how did you accept it? Like, did you consult with somebody, or did you accept it that by yourself? Like, how did you change your mind from rejection to acceptance? What did you do exactly?
I'll call it self reflection.
Okay.
Because this is exactly what I did. I did not have any coach in my life at that time when I was doing that, and I was doing that unconsciously. I didn't know that I was going through that path. Sometimes, you know what happens. Sometimes you think that you are alone, but someone is always out there to back you up. Always out there to get up and do it. Get up and do it. And when we block ourselves, block our senses to listen to the message, then we do some outrageous things, like, hurting ourselves.
Mm.
So I listened. I tried to listen. That I remember specifically one night when I was facing through all these things, because there was a death in our family in 2021, and I was not having a good, I should say, my married life status was not in a good run at that time, and I always had an on and off troubled relationship with my mother-in-law, because that happens, and we sometimes blame the other person, and we don't take in that what we are doing wrong. So I and finally, all this time when I was blaming and complaining about others, I finally realized that what is it that I did and I didn't do? I did and I didn't do to have this happened in my life. Something that I didn't do and something that I did. And for these two reasons, all these things happened in my life. And that's what I call self reflection, because I did it in my isolation, that I was really asking myself questions. I stopped blaming others for whatever is going on in my life. I stopped complaining about others, about my family members, because I know they care for me. Even if we had fights and all these things, I knew they care for me, because when I was sick, I knew they asked me, "Do you need anything?" So that's care, and I was completely, rejecting that care as well. I was taking all these things for granted. So I needed to understand that uh, what did I do that this happened to me? Where I was supposed to do, but I didn't do. And what I actually did, the reverse one for that, this is happening to me. So that is self reflection that I did. That was my first acknowledgement of my situation. I accepted my situation, I accepted my reality. And this happened because I asked all these questions. If I didn't question, if I didn't want to reflect back, sometimes you know that proverb, when we say, when you put your finger at others, the other four fingers are at you. So you have to see this: when you are complaining and blaming, for your situation, that this person is responsible for my, some we women always say my mother-in-law is responsible for my situation, my husband is responsible for my situation, and my boss is responsible for my situation, my this friend has become my enemy, she or he is responsible for my situation. Why do we keep on saying that instead improving ourselves, instead upgrading our energy so that they also feel that positive energy coming out of us and they feel attracted to us, and somewhere or the other you also can help them upgrade their energy. That's what I feel. Because if you don't, if you're in the minus, obviously you're going to take some from the people who are in plus. So you need to you need to put your position in a plus so that there is a balance. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So, yes, Dr. Tanya, you said it very well that, and I think you know what, you touched all aspects of area. Like, for example, you started with mental, then you talked about the physical aspect, and then the emotional and also the spiritual. Because helping others in coming out of such situation and then helping others is something like that. It goes to spirit and everything, right? So, thank you so much. But one question comes to my mind that there is a taboo to
Okay.
take such help, right? To even people, I mean, I have seen women at my home itself, in my family itself, that they are suffering some of the mental challenges, not mental, but yes, mindset related challenges. But they are, first of all, they are not accepting it. So you rightly said that you have to reflect it. Once they reflect it and once they understand that they have to correct themselves, they are not ready to take the help, right? They do not feel the need of mentor. So how do you, what message would you like to give them?
Okay. We know that if a student is not ready, a teacher also cannot help here. I know it because I have been assistant professor. I know I have took class from for 80 students altogether, and all of their head is not in one place. Okay,
Hmm.
girl students, boy students, all of their head. If front bench is listening to me, the back benches are not listening to me. If some are attending my classes, some are just not attending our classes. But and I have heard this. I think it was Mr. Zakir Hussain in one of the event. He said that knowledge is like a river, and as a teacher, we are supposed to give access to that river for those students. Now, this is students' job whether to take water from that river or not, because
Hmm.
this is this is where you are blocking. If you are not willing to learn, that means you are not willing to grow. Simple.
Wow.
If you are not willing to learn, if that means you are not willing to grow. Because as I said, life, how does it grow? Tell me, how does life grow? Inside a woman's belly and also in underneath the soil. How does it grow? A life. How
So
does it grow? Can anyone answer?
okay, okay. So we have to nurture it, right? We have to nurture it. We have to give the ingredients which is required to grow for the growth, right?
Ingredients were all are giving. Teachers, mentors, all are willing to give. All are willing to serve
But
with
we
their
have to
knowledge because
receive. But we have to
big.
receive, right?
But
Yeah.
if you block yourself, if you
Correct.
resist yourself, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
That we call it that we are reserved person. We resist taking it in. If our portals are not open, how
Wow.
the message is going to
Antenna has
come?
to be open,
Yeah,
right?
if I put off that mobile data, how this data is going to come in a mobile, how you are going to surf and all that. And think about it. Think about it. This is very simple, but it's very profound. If you are not willing to open your portals and receptors, this is not going to come in. This is
Right.
not going to come in. Simple. Open your gate.
That's great. That's very simple but very profound. And we all need to understand this point of this thing that until you are ready to receive help, nobody will be able to help you. That's very profound. Thank you so much for sharing
But
this.
then again, we have to be very humble that everyone has their own pace. You go. I see it because I have a toddler daughter, and I know that some kids are running faster in their life, and some kids are just taking their step in their second year. So that's
Wow.
okay. We have to be very. We should not be judgmental. We should
Mhm.
be humble with their pace.
I think, as you said, that humility is something which they would be touched with, and then they would be ready to take our helps. I think that's humility is the first
Yeah,
part.
yeah, because it's all out there. As long as you're ready, it is going to just be in front of you. Don't worry about that.
Wow, wow. Thanks for sharing this. Now let's talk about the solution part. We have talked about a lot of about the challenges, and everybody understand that they are facing some point of time, like they have faced or they are facing some point of time what these kind of challenges. Now let's take it to the solution part. So, if anybody would like to take help or if they want to solve this problem, how they should start, and what is your role in whole this process?
Okay. My first step would be like acceptance is the important step. I feel that
Yeah.
because when I say that, okay, I accept my reality, I am going through this. If I acknowledge my current state of mind, that okay, I am insecure. Okay, I have this self doubt. But if you're too proud to even admit it to yourself, not to anybody, but to yourself, be honest with yourself. First step, be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself because this thing inside you knows very well. So layer by layer you may be trying to I'm just to cover it, but no, it knows very well that what it wants. Okay. And for what it wants, if you try to water that part, it will grow. I promise you that it will definitely grow because it's within there. And second is that there are two wolves in us. One is the good wolf, another is the bad wolf. कभी कभी हम ऐसा बोलते हैं कि मैं खुद की ही एनिमी हूँ. मैं ऐसे डिसीजंस लेती हूँ जो मेरे ही काम नहीं आते हैं. Okay, so sometimes what happens, we listen to the bad wolf too much, like taking the overdose of it. जैसे कि मुझे अभी बुखार है तो मैंने पैरासिटामोल इतना ले लिया जितने की जरूरत नहीं है, और इसके पीछे लिखा भी है कि overdose will harm your liver. ठीक है, ठीक वैसे ही, just like that, when you give too much of importance to your negative emotions like insecurity, self doubt, too much, like 24 घंटे में से 16 घंटे में इन्हीं को ही पानी देती हूँ, इन्हीं को ही पानी दे रही हूँ, और जरा भी नहीं सोच रही हूँ कि मेरे में कुछ गुड क्वालिटीज भी है कि okay, I have done it before, I can do this before. Well, I can give you an example of it. Just like one of 2 years back, I was thinking so much of this, that I can't do this and that because I have this self doubt, I cannot be out there and all. Then again I remembered that I learned riding a bicycle all on my own. There's nobody to hold me from back. I was falling down, but I learned it on my own. So that's your quality. Realize and acknowledge your quality, your good qualities. Maybe these qualities will help you to bridge the gap to reach those qualities or develop those qualities that you are not having right now. And that's why I always say, never stop learning, never stop growing. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what challenges come your way. Embrace it. Question it. Okay, why are you here? There must be something I still need to learn. When you change that little perception about the challenge, everything will change. From that moment, every decision you take, this will become the right decision, because decision is not right or wrong, it's just a decision. We call it right or wrong depending on the end result. Got it.
Wow. Amazing. So yes, so as you said that to begin with, we have to accept the challenge, and then we have to take it. We have to find out the positivity in any adversity, right? So we have to accept the challenge, and we have
not
to
exactly positivity. If it is giving you a negative vibe, then it is a negative vibe. I say accept the negative vibe. Accept it. Embrace it. Okay, negative vibe. Why are you here? Let me, maybe I can grow through this. Because when a woman is pregnant, is there a vomiting periods, is there a backache periods, and all that, all these things are there, right? In trimester and first month, third month, and every month. Then at the moment also, when the life is coming out of you, there's that woman also go through a pain. Okay, so now this pain is giving you pleasure. So pain is pain. I do not want to rephrase it. Pain is pain, fine. But then it has the potential to give you pleasure. Understand that. Understand it. Just a little bit of change of perception. That's it.
Yeah, so that pain will also be a little bit of beauty out of it. You have to find out the beauty out of that pain, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. But what you need to do is that you should not nurture your negative emotions too much. Don't do the overdose.
yeah,
Understand that why it's here.
got it.
Understand the purpose of that feeling, and then change it.
Wow, wow, amazing. Okay, so Dr. Tanya, since you have started, I mean, this is a very neat, cliche questions, but still, I would like to ask you so that audience can understand what impact you can make yourself by changing a little bit or shaping your mind a little bit here and there. So, from the time you have started this journey till now, have you got your wealth?
Okay. I have suffered from my back pain since 2014. That was the first time I had a MRI exam. So I understood I have this problem.
Hmm.
And now I have seen that it has not increased. So some people are having this disc problem one by one disc. But I just kept on telling myself that I'm going to be okay. And it is actually before I gave birth to my daughter. That means I could even bear the pain then. It is because I trained my mind that I can do anything, even with this pain. This pain came in my life for a reason. It came in my life to teach me a lesson, or it tried to stop me to go in a direction where I was going blindly. Stop me. And then that another thing that it is a live example for myself, that a lot of doctors out there who told me that you cannot give a natural birth. Yeah, the only option is section C-section. But I trained my mind, and it was during the COVID time. Okay, I trained my mind that I can give natural birth, and I did give.
Wow,
I
wow.
did give. And the doctors were so, they were questioning me, how did you do that?
Hmm.
And they were like really questioning me, and I was like, I'm fine with that, and I was so calm. It only happened because, see, I did not have anyone around me during the COVID period. And if I could do that, I think anyone can do that by shaping their mind
Yeah.
without any help, without anybody around, just your knowledge and your brain. Only these two weapons I had to
Wow,
fight this: your knowledge and your brain. That's it.
wow. Amazing,
I
amazing.
tell you, everything is within you, and you have every weapon. You are a Durga, you have every weapon. Just fight the Mahishasura in you. The Mahishasura that is living in you, fight that. You have
This
all the
is
weapons.
the message of the day, Women's Day special. Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that. I love this conversation. But now the last piece of advice would you like to give our audience who are watching? By the way, Guru Charan Singh ji, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's not specific to women, but as you said, Tanya, already that it's applicable to everyone. But yeah, so we are celebrating here Women's Day, so that's why we are focusing more on women. But yes, thanks for joining, whosoever is watching right now to us. So yes, Tanya, last piece of advice to our viewers.
It's actually not my advice, but I learned it from my mentors. And the advice is that sometimes what happens, we block ourselves even to learn from who are, not the same age of us, like our kids, like maybe who is 10 years younger than us and all that. We always, we are block ourselves. Okay, I know much. So
Hmm.
don't block yourself even in that area. And sometimes we think, okay, I don't have that quality, so we just stop ourselves from doing it, and we think that I cannot develop it, that thing that we have in our head, that I cannot develop this quality. So just delete that part. I would just to simply want delete that part, and keep on trying, keep on trying until you get it. Because
Okay,
if it is aligned with your goal, if that action is aligned with your goal, you can do it
okay.
regardless of your age.
This your answer gave me one last question also. So how did you keep yourself motivated at the time of setbacks, when you faced any setbacks, that yes, you can do it, but still you are facing challenges, when you're trying hard, still you are facing challenges. So what thing kept you motivated at that moment?
Okay. I imagine myself the little one. I
Wow.
know that little one always used to get scared from doing things. And I just held my hand on her shoulder and tell her, I'm with you. Go ahead and do it. I love you no matter what.
Wow.
I
Wow.
just
Amazing.
cheered up my inner child at that time.
Wow. Superb, superb advice. So this is really worth, and this is the much needed session, especially today, because here we are celebrating Women's Day, International Women's Day. I hope that people who would be watching this session and live sessions, they would be enjoying and they will be getting lots of insights out of this session. And last, I would like to talk about the books we are going to, the co-author we are here, right? So just to inform you all that we are, Tanya and I are the co-authors of upcoming book, which is going to be released on 1st April. The name is I Can Coach. And you would be, reading not only Tanya's story, not only my story, but around 75 authors' story, just motivating and encouraging stories like Tanya's, like me. So I hope that you can get this book from Amazon after once it is released on 1st April. So you can order this book, the I Can Coach Volume 2, and then you can order this book and you can get motivated out of 75 stories from different walks of life. Any last information or addition you would like to give, Dr. Tanya?
I would like to talk about the book only.
Yeah, please go on.
About the book, sometimes what happens, some people are experiencing something out there, okay, and I'm experiencing something out here. So book is the easiest way to understand their experience and learn from there. Because maybe I'm not connected with the person, but maybe that person is answering my questions in the book. So that's why reading book and grabbing book is very important. Sometimes we call ourselves, okay, I'm not a reader. But I tell you, sometimes the answers are right out there in the form of a book. So go ahead and grab that book.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Tanya. And I would like to have you again with such topics or different topic. And now we would be focusing more on other age group also, maybe for children, for men, whatever it is. But
Sure.
definitely talk about, and we would have another session with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much joining in. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Bye bye.